Have you ever heard a crash of thunder and wondered what's really going on up there? For the ancient Vikings, the answer was simple and terrifyingly awesome. It wasn't just weather. It was Thor going to war. In the storm-tossed world of Norse mythology, one god stood as the ultimate shield between humanity and the endless forces of chaos. That god was Thor, the god of thunder. With strength that could shake the very foundations of the cosmos, and a temper as legendary as his power, Thor was a force of nature unto himself. He roamed the 9 realms, from the shining halls of Asgard to the dark depths of hell, and he was never without his most trusted companion, Mjolnir, his mighty hammer. This wasn't just any weapon. Forged by dwarves in the heart of a dying star, Mjolnir was an instrument of incredible power. It could summon lightning from a clear sky, level entire mountains with a single blow, and crush the skulls of giants as if they were made of brittle stone. And the best part? After being thrown, it would always return to Thor's hand, humming with power and ready for the next strike. But Thor wasn't just a mindless brawler or a god of destruction. He was first and foremost the protector of Midgard, the realm of humans. He was our champion. Whenever the cunning and malevolent frost giants plotted to plunge the world into an eternal winter, or when monstrous creatures crawled out of the dark realm of Jotunheim, it was Thor who charged into battle without a moment's hesitation. His booming laughter would echo across the battlefield, a sound more fearsome to his enemies than the thunder he commanded. He fought with a passion and fury that was unmatched, driven by a deep, unwavering loyalty to the worlds he swore to protect. One of his most famous and, frankly, most hilarious adventures began with a disaster. One morning, Thor woke up to find Mjolnir gone, stolen. Without the hammer, the gods of Asgard and the people of Midgard were left completely defenseless against their enemies. The culprit was a giant king named Thring, who demanded a steep price for the hammer's return, the hand of the beautiful goddess Freya in marriage. Freya, understandably, was not thrilled with the idea, so the gods devised a cunning and slightly ridiculous plan. With no other choice, Thor, the mightiest and most masculine of all the gods, had to disguise himself as Freya. They dressed him in a bridal gown, placed a delicate veil over his fiery red beard, and sent him off to the giant's fortress in Jotunheim, with the trickster god Loki disguised as his bridesmaid. The wedding feast was a spectacle. Thor, as the bride, stunned the giants by eating an entire ox and 8 whole salmon, washing it all down with 3 barrels of mead. Loki had to think fast, explaining that Freya was so excited for her wedding that she hadn't eaten in a week. Finally, the moment of truth arrived. To consecrate the marriage, the giants brought out the stolen Mjolnir and placed it in the bride's lap. The second Thor's fingers closed around the handle of his beloved hammer, the game was up. The sky outside the fortress exploded with thunder and lightning. Tearing off his veil and wedding dress, Thor unleashed his divine fury. He cast off the disguise, and in a whirlwind of lightning and thunderous blows, he single-handedly defeated the giants, reclaiming his hammer and securing the safety of the realms once more. This story shows us everything we need to know about Thor. He's incredibly strong, absolutely fearless, and fiercely loyal. But he's also willing to do whatever it takes, even if it means sacrificing his own pride to protect those who depend on him. He became the ultimate symbol of protection, the thunder god who fought not for personal glory or conquest, but for the safety and survival of gods and humans alike. Even today, thousands of years later, his legend hasn't faded. It echoes across the centuries, a timeless story of strength, courage, and sacrifice. So the next time you see a storm brewing on the horizon, and you hear that deep, rumbling roll of thunder, take a moment to listen. You might just be hearing the distant echo of Thor's hammer, still watching over us all. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into Norse mythology, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure into the world of legends. See you next time.